Hi. I was a bit early. Oh, how's it going? Hopefully well. Oh, this is still kind of confusing me. Doing all of this multiple Doom streams during the week type things. Lion, you feel like you should know the song? The one that was just playing? It's from Fury. From the Fury OST. It's getting on a bit now, man. How long ago did Fury come out? Manga soundtrack. Good game. When Fury 2. Dr. Baron. Doom Frog mods. Doom Frog madness, perhaps. Any suggestions? No. There's a good reason why I just did that utterly cringe maneuver. And that's because it's been remastered in HD! I don't know how many of you fuck with the Eto Blur meme from, god-awful old anime now. But a little bit of joy that came across my desktop was the fact that it's been remastered. Let's see if I can bring it up on my browser. Yep, it's been remastered. There's one up here. That one, the classic. The classic. It's back in HD. Just thought you should know. Just thought you should know. Jetstream. Fury and Katana Zero, both when it comes to OST choices of fire. Oh, absolutely. Katana Zero should get that free. They say that every year, Jetstream. Katana Zero is gonna get that DLC soon. People waiting for fucking Silk Song Don't Know My Pain. I mean, Silk Song ultimately came out, so there is hope. There is hope. They've released a few DLC tracks for the OST for Katana Zero. Oh! This soundtrack, by the way, is from a game that looks really friggin' cool. I think it's by the same people who did Valhalla, the cyberpunk bartender game. 45 Parabellum Bloodhound is the name. It's looking pretty friggin' sick. Can't wait for that to come out. I hope that comes out this year. And then Half-Life 3. That's how this works. You should check out Ludwig's YouTube channel, New Tracks of Bangers. Good to hear. Good to hear. In terms of other news, apparently today is the Duke 3D Shareware Edition 30th anniversary. 30 years young. Can you believe it? Did Shareware precede the retail release, or did they basically come out at the same time? I always forget about that. Maybe one day we'll get that full rebuild of Duke Nukem Forever, courtesy of the Restoration Project. I'm sending all my hope, all my goodwill to that project. And over on YouTube, hey. Don't think I'm ignoring you guys. I see you though. I see you, living corpse. I see you, CB66941. I didn't know they were letting droids in here. But anyway, is Shareware the demo? No. It's basically the first episode. So back in today, they used to release like an entire chunk of the video game, like as episode 1. You know, like Doom Knee Deep in the Dead, that was originally released as Shareware Doom, so for free. So you can, and it is, and it isn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter really. Similar sentiment. YouTube chat being neglected. Are you kidding me? I just said hi to YouTube chat. You're the one that's late. Anyway, let's get some horror. Let's get some Crimson horror. All up in this business. Any minute now. Right there on the screen. Bah. How about now? How about now? Why ain't it working? Right, let me double check these settings. I just can't win, man. I can't win. My life is just entirely technical issues. Front to back. Technical issues. Where is the thing that's supposed to bring the thing up? Is it window capture? No. Game capture. That's the thing that should be working, but it ain't. Capture. That's why. That's why! I forgot to sacrifice a goat. So give us some context about the mod. It's a mod for Doom called Crimson Horror. It won a CAC award, or at least it was nominated for the CAC award. 2026. Heard good things. 9 maps total, so theoretically I should be able to get this done in one sitting, depending on how big the maps are. It's got good colors. May also include crimson. Yeah, that's about the long short of it. Also, we're using Nashgore. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? We got music now. Do you need to know the blood type of the author? Any of that kind of thing? Damn it, can't go backwards. I don't know where this compulsion started for me, but in many games, my gut instinct right off the bat is to go, what's behind me? Because sometimes, you know, the sneaky, they like to hide. They like to hide things. We got some dead demons. Flaming dead demons. Imagine the smell. And we got scrolls.
I, Ipslaw, king of my people, leave this chronicle so that you may succeed where others have failed.
That
rises in the east, and with its passing, brings a wave of sickness and death.
Is that you?
Away in the ocean near Dunmere, a great red tower rose from the waves, standing proudly on its battlements, the dark sorcerer known as the Witch King. He held his staff aloft, striking the city down with bolts of lightning and a wave of ravenous spirits. His twisted covenants with demonkind lent him a formidable army, and with it he has swept through the land, the very ground growing putrid and giving birth to hideous monsters. I journey to the source of the chaos now, through dank forests and haunted citadels in search of our one weapon. A repository of trapped souls, thirsting for vengeance. The hell staff known as the Crimson Horror. I beg you to follow in my footsteps. Push through the
Said the name.
The twisted wilderness so that if I fail, you may stand and face the Witch King in his Tower of Red. For one must survive, and one must be dead.
Well, we got voice acting. That is always a wonderful surprise, especially when it's good. That was some that was some wonderfully delivered voice acting. So the staff is called the Crimson Horror. Oh yeah. Let's make some crimson of our own. There we go. That's the red stuff. That's more like it. That's more like it. Was that what they called Doom scrolling? Oh, it was just a singular. It was a Doom scroll. We only had one Doom scroll. But I see what you're going for. Isn't there a website where you can do just that? You can Doom scroll. You can literally scroll through Doom mods or something. Or Doom levels. I need to check that out. That. I do appreciate a good opportunity to punch out a skeleton. I mean, it's like returning the favor. It's a little present whenever I get the Berserk Kid. Ooh. Trump gun. Don't mind if I do. So, I believe this is using a little bit of Otegs. Because those arrows were noticeably O-tex to me. I think this might be using a little bit of, dare I say, Hexen heretic stuff. At least with the scroll. Bless, they made the barrels extra, extra noticeable for the likes of me. They got glowing yellow and red eyes, so I have to pay attention to what I'm shooting. That's the kind of accessibility that I like. That's the kind of accessibility that I need. No weapon swaps? I don't think so. You can bring your own if you want. Which is always a nice option, really. I'm a fan of mods and maps. Mods and maps, that's what I was trying to say. That allow you to swap out any custom weaponry that they have. That's always a nice consideration. I mean, the setup here is that there's a rocket launcher somewhere nearby. Can I have it, please? I feel like I'm losing out on some imp rocketing. What gives? Is it through here? I'm gonna say no. You're gonna make me shotgun all of these imps? For shame. Reminds me of that feeling where you get through a really hefty combat section. And then the power-up is then you find the power-up. If now I coincidentally find that thing. It'll be behind all these pinkies. Where is it? Delilah, you saw me playing Warren the other day. Did I finish it? What did I think? I did finish it, and I thought it was fantastic. I finished it all within the stream. So, you know, there's a front to back playthrough of my first time experience in that live stream if you want to check it at any point. I thought it was pretty damn good. It actually genuinely spooked me. A lot of good setups. Genuinely interesting design. It got me in all the right ways. This will be a bit of a spoiler, but I'm feeling I'm feeling a little bit of longing for the shotgun out of Doom Comic 96, which is going to be my next video, by the way, for anyone waiting for a video on that. The SSG in Doom Comic 96 is an obliterator. Like, I think it can two-shot point blank an Archvile. It's that friggin' good. So yeah, I'd probably recommend bringing that one along. What up? Talking about swapping the weapons out and seeing it. The Scully Arachnotron reminds you that you wish there was dedicated weapon and monster packs for Hellforged. God, I haven't played Hellforged in such a long time. I think my mind was I was waiting for successive episodes to come out, but I think the time scale on that's kind of slipped a little. Did I just pick up a mana flask? Is it gonna be used as ammo? They always have to get a sneaky one in. Right, need to remember to save. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my. Oh no. Oh boy. Jetstream, you just searched for the for Doom Comic 96, and yeah, the super shotgun. You just wet yourself a bit. That SSG makes me moist. It really does. The animation on it's fantastic as well. It's just, I can see entirely why it was voted in that esteemed CAC Award game playlist. I think it's the only one out of that list that I hadn't gotten around to playing myself yet. I was getting a little confused, though, because I think there was maybe a preceding version of it that had more comic booky style frames on the HUD, but now that's not so much the case. There's like some kind of point combo system, which I don't think is in the more recent version. So I've been kind of gaslighting myself, thinking that like no, it's definitely part of it. I must be using the HUD wrong or something, but apparently it's fine. It's amazing how I either save right before dying or 30 minutes prior. Oh yeah, there's never any in between. My danger sense is unreliable. let's call it what it is. Tremendously unreliable. Do I have the... I do. Good. First self-rocket. First self-rocket of the stream. Man, I need to get into it. Jetstream, the other time I save is exactly 1 health or 69 respectively. Oh, I mean, that's intentional though. When it's actually helpful. Yeah, not so much. DDoS, sorry, I just caught your message. You didn't ask yesterday, what's my favorite Monster Energy drink? Mango Loco. I like it because of the way it tastes. It's one of the juicier Monster Energy selections. So it almost fools me into believing I'm not pumping myself full of caffeine. Also, it's available on like the sandwich meal deals, which is pretty much a fixture here. You know, you get a meal deal, you get a sandwich, you get a snack, you get a drink, you know, for a reasonable price. And they just so happen to include a load of energy drinks in that selection, which I don't know, feels wrong somehow. I feel like there should be, you know, some kind of regulation on selling me cheap energy drinks as part of a meal deal, but they keep doing it, and I keep buying it, and I keep drinking it, and I'm not dead yet. So, you know, I think I can afford to spin the old roulette wheel a little bit longer on that particular addiction. I just want to know if that Archval can get in here. I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I like that little jump scare that they attempt. It's just the ho-ho-ho! It makes me wonder whether or not I could get him. Man, I picked a bad room. And a bad save. Considering that they've inverted the food pyramid, you don't know what's real anymore. Oh, no! Guess I'm having goddamn... Well, I don't even know. I don't even know what the food pyramid looks like anymore. I know I should be eating more greens. Plankton and sea greens. I think I need to focus. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm deciphering the code. I'm deciphering the code. I'm hacking my own brain here. I'm just getting back into it. Bit by bit. Ignoring the health packs that are already in the arena for mystifying reasons known only to myself. Maybe I should have got a better sleep last night. Maybe I should have just gone to bed. You know what it is? It's a simple order of operations type thing. And I just wasn't tackling them in the right order, you know? Simples. Oh god, there's like 3 of them. For evidence in this economy. How many fucking art trials are there in this map? You know, when I started this, my brain was like, play on ultraviolence as a treat. Toho! Double Panzer, after a few hours, you're launching a demo about a boomer shooter called Control Sync. You sure I'll enjoy the gameplay? I'm sure I will probably not have time to play, unfortunately. I'd like to. But the sad reality is, once I stop streaming, I usually have to go do something else. Such are the trials of Daedalus. I do occasionally catch myself while changing nappies, thinking, I think of all the demos I could be playing. And in the before times, yeah, that would have largely been the case. I appreciate the reminder though. You know, it always helps to drop by and remind me of cool shit. I'm not saying don't, but I appreciate it. God damn it! What a man, drinking doom in peace. Still first level, by the way. I'm fine. Carbine, did I see who debuted on AEW today? Your mum! Got him! Got him! From the top rope! No, I didn't, sorry. Who debuted on AEW today? The last AEW I watched was like, Collision, whatever, like 2 weeks ago. They got Tommaso Ciampa? I fucking love Tommaso Ciampa. And your mum. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I gotta check that one out. I love Tommaso Ciampa. He's awesome. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. That whole thing that they had going for a while was some of my favorite shit. Some of my favorite shit. So I'm guessing, I should stay on the purple. Just a thought. Just a thought. Oh, get fuck. I'm impressed and irritated at the same time. Fucking trap room. Gargano's not in the dub yet. I hope he does. I hope he comes over. I don't have the patience to watch WWE or whatever anymore. I think the last time I watched it was God, yeah, even if you qualify by on a weekly, keeping up weekly, it's gonna be a fair few years. Fair few years gone now. To be honest, I've not even had that much time to watch freaking AEW, and I really like AEW. teeth. Oh, what? They fucking track me? This is just unseemly. This is not nice. Why is it being so mean? Why is it being so fucking mean? How do I leave? How? Press the button behind me. I'm not used to the buttons yet. But thank you. I will. Look at that asshole. Look at that fucking ass. Oh, he heard me. Oh, shit. Look at that asshole on his plinth. Look at that dead asshole on his plinth. Gimme. Gimme. Ba. It's a good job soul spheres can't talk, because that's the noise they'd be making constantly. Exactly that noise. Oh, hey, I think, is that the Crimson Horror? Is that the staff? I'll get a staff like that. Even glows. So I got the purple. Let's leave that room for a second. There we go. Was the Archvile platform meant to lower? Ain't my problem. Ain't my problem. He came in and I was making quite the noise. Yes. I think that's part of my contract. Must make noises. And then I'm allowed to eat. I'm gonna make a set number of embarrassing noises per stream. And then they let me outside for, you know, free time, exercise in the yard. Fuck me. I did it again. I did it again. Prepared for me this time. You prepared for me, aren't you? Still an asshole. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Best map, by the way. Best map, by the way. Very nearly ate a rocket on that switch just there. What the hell is Twitch Turbo? Do you hate adverts? That's what Twitch Turbo is for. But I think it goes for everything. If you've got Twitch Turbo, it stops you seeing adverts on the entire site. But if you subscribe, you don't get the adverts. And let's face it, you know, if you're spending most of your time watching one or two people, it might be more worth your while to just subscribe. Or use Adblock. There's ad too. You can use free Amazon Prime. If you've got an Amazon Prime account and you don't go on Twitch very often, chances are you've got a free usage of it kicking around. So if you want to get ad free, just use that, please, and thank you. You'll help me buy booze. Keep the lights on. Somehow justify this way of life I've found myself in for a little longer. God, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this. Living Corpse HD missed its chance to be called Boob. There's still time. There could be an expansion. What's the boost today? Steropramin. Cheap and good enough. I'm also partial to a bit of Asahi when it's available. But the shop I usually get my deal on my beer from. It's like 3 bottles for like £6 something. They don't stock Asahi, and I like Asahi. It's crisp. I'll freely admit, I've been drinking slightly more than usual of late, because good God, I am in the fucking war zone when it comes to bedtimes right now. My kids do not want to go gently into that good night. They rage, and again rage at the dying of the light. Holy fucking shit. I mean, not both of them simultaneously, the twins. Yeah, they've been taking turns. One of them gets through the cycle quicker than the other, but the other is friggin' milking it. In real, Asahi, Japanese beer? Mm-hmm. I hear that Asahi in Japan is actually kind of mid, but outside of Japan, for some reason, it's quite nice. I wouldn't know. I've not been to Japan. I used to also get Sapporo beer. You used to be able to buy it in a bottle that was in the shape of a pint glass, but it wasn't a glass. It was a can, and that always pleased me for some reason. I'm easily pleased by novelty designs for things. So there was another beer that you can still get, by the way, but tellingly, you can only buy it in more discount retail bargain shops. Lucky Butter beer. The bottle is in the shape of a Buddha, a laughing Buddha. That's how you know it's good. Because you're going to be having as much fun as that jolly fat man in that's the bottle. I wish to be the jolly fat man. His problems all seem so far away. It's aspirational! It's aspirational! Yeah, I may have miscalculated with this map set because it's actually requiring me to have some kind of attention span and skill. And I don't know if you've met me. Kind of lacking on that. Fainreal, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I'm talking about a beer! Lucky Butter beer! With the fat guy in the shape of a bottle, because he's the fat laughing Buddha, and it's a beer that you can drink. Ah! Ah! That escalated far too fucking quickly. I don't take sudden escalations well, if I'm gonna be honest. You know, if the walls drop, and that's what I'm greeted with, yeah, that's the noise you're gonna get out of me. Jetstream, it's funny how I managed to gaslight you all that I suck at video games when I'm either just drunk or tired or both. I'm willing. You're saying I willingly handicap myself for your entertainment? Well, yeah, true. Basically, I've convinced myself I'm mid. So, yeah, the best I can do is be entertainingly crap at things. If you can't, if you can't be skillful and boring like Shroud, then you know you gotta be at least crap and entertaining. Sorry, I just shot a stray shot there for no good reason. Like, no good reason. I got nothing against Shroud. He's just tremendously dull. Anyway. I'm allowed to say people are boring. What up? You're hideously boring to boot? Well, you're in my chat, so you can't be that boring. Only attractive and charismatic people are in my chat. I think the one thing I keep forgetting to remember when I, you know, you get streamers giving the takes on, like, new releases and whatever. I gotta remember that during, like, the first week or so of a hot new multiplayer FPS whatever the fuck release, most of those guys are under sponsorship contracts, so they're actually not allowed to really say much negative. So anything that they have to say during that first week of a game's release, it ain't worth jack and shit. And Jack left town. Ooh! I've been reflecting lately on what my favorite alert noise is. It might be the Hell Knight. I don't know why. It's just that kind of. Ooh! It's just so visceral to me. But hey, look, I'm in the Crimson Horror. Look, Mom, I made it. I'm finally here in the Crimson Horror. Are you proud? Oh, this has setup written all over it, does it not? Jetstream, that's why you listen to me. I'm never keeping my opinionated mouth shut. That sounds like an insult. Except you think you're gonna get some of your bee's knees honey liqueur that you got when you was over in New Zealand. Made with West Coast Black Beach honey. Ooh. Ooh. What about archvile noises? I can't make archvile noises. They also signify pain and suffering. No, that's not to imply that, fuck me. That's not to imply that, you know, barren noises and Hell Knight noises aren't also a precursor to pain. But it's more enjoyable pain. This is going wrong, this conversation. It's a more enjoyable pain than being barbecued by a fucking archvile. The more I hear it, the less fun I'm having. What the fuck happened there? Says I was squished. But with barons, you know the pain will be over relatively soon. You just gotta bend over and get it over with. The Crimson Horror was us all along. The Crimson Horror was calling from inside the house, I think you'll find. Ugh. I kind of like the Revenant screech as well. Right, I want them to have another shot at the Doom, like, film thing. I don't want to call it a franchise. It's not a franchise. It's a succession of attempts that have failed. But I want them to have another shot. And I'll know that they've done the job when they've got a fucking Revenant and they got, like, a modern version of it just being, like, a fucking door opens. It's maybe 7 foot fucking tall and it's just looking down on the guy and it just goes, ah! And then he punches it. Because he's juiced up on Berserk. Can I make noises like an Englishman playing Doom while drinking beer? I'm sure I've been doing that for the last 40 minutes or so. Do you need me to be stereotypically English? What ho! Playing a spot of Doom. Are getting absolutely sloshed. Gazeboed. Tanked. Flambéed. Jolly good, very good. Lol system, bloody hell, this is a bit tough in it. Oh no, that's a different dialect. That's a different kind of English. That's the British. I'm a fan of the Gentleman's Club old soak. You know, the kind of guy who's got like gigantic ears, dangly earlobes, and like a big red fucking nose because he drinks so much. It's like a character in the Fast Show for any of you that remember the Fast Show. Paul Whitehouse, the old drunk guy, he just goes, I don't know, I was in a submarine and he was going very fast. And it was very incoherent. And then at the end, he goes that I was very, very drunk. Same punchline every time. That was kind of the thing about the Fast Show. They built punchline characters, and it was a hoot. It was a hoot. Where was I? Sorry, I just needed to do that bit of dodging. Before I get into this, hit the lever, come on. Man! So I'm Scottish? No! No! Dante, am I recommending a new Doom movie? Am I trying to pull a Morbius? No, I want a good Doom movie! I mean, I've got a guilty pleasure for the original attempt with Carl Urban and The Rock. I got a little bit of a soft spot for that. Anything beyond that, I just recalling there's a line from that other Doom film where I'm pretty sure a character says, "I'm your ultra nightmare, motherfucker." Jetstream, I'm a northerner, that's what he's trying to say. Just a northerner. Yeah, we're the normal. We're the normal British people. Yeah, sure. Sure. Thing you gotta remember about the English specifically. We're not normal, we're bizarre. We just hide it very well. All I'll tell you is I'm glad I bought alcohol. I was not prepared for this this map to be so unflinchingly mean. It's just man. First map, by the way. So my hypothesis that I might be able to, you know, breeze through this in the space of an afternoon stream. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I think that was a mistaken estimation. Fucking fuck. Why did the plinths have to be so small? Ah! Fucking booped off a plinth by a fucking revenant. Oh, it's on a timer, but of course it fucking is. Because we can't have nice things. There we go. Okay. Now I have the red key. Which hopefully will go into the red hole. The crimson hole, if you will. Obviously, you reckon the other maps are probably a bit easier. Oh, you're just trying to soften the blow. POV IMAX 3D Doom movie you can dream. Oh, is that why someone brought up Hardcore Henry earlier? I love Hardcore Henry. It's a fucking fantastic film. Fun fact, they were just going to call it Hardcore, but they were advised to change it because it might just get confused with a porno movie or something. So they had to add Henry because now they know that it's Henry who's hardcore. Though I don't think that solves the problem of whether or not Henry is being hardcore in a sexual fashion or a violent fashion. How will the people know? Maybe by reading the synopsis or looking at a trailer or, I don't know, looking at the poster or something? Who will ever know? Where does this fucking red keycard go? Seriously. I've lost all sense of what keycards I need to bring to where. Oh wait, I remember this room. Fuck that room. I don't need that room. That room can fuck off. I have no memory of this place. Should have named it Softcore Henry. Now, steady on. I don't want to go see Flaccid Henry. Nobody wants to go see Flaccid Henry. Oh, that's where it was. Where he hugs and cuddles his enemies to death. Is that what the people want these days? Is that what the people are searching for in their cinematic yearnings? All right. Okay. Hey, you're not meant to be in here. You're in the wrong game. Someone get Corvus. Someone get Corvus on the line. The game's leaking. All right. Oh, the pillars. The pillars. The pillars. Oh, that was a level. That was a level. Roots! Bloody roots! Oh shit. Was it Sepultura? Sepultura that did Roots, Bloody Roots? Was it Max Cavalera Conspiracy? I forget. I forget which band it was, because they broke up for a while. Sepultura. And then it was... Max Cavalera had a spin-off band, and then there was another band. Useless, heavy metal trivia. There's no pub quizzes near me that will ever make use of the bullshit I got rattling around my head because I live in a town that is basically a retirement community. The demographic ain't there. The demographic ain't there. I mean, I could jump on a train, but you know. Right. I see. I see. One of them maps where you fire the first shot and then the dominoes of pain start falling. The very pretty dominoes of pain, I might add. I mean, look at this fucking map. It's gorgeous. A sight for sore eyes after struggling through that first map. Come on, show your filthy faces. There's at least one more over there. One more over there. Yeah, what? They're fleeing. Cowards! Need a crimson key. Oh, we got another staff. Is this gonna be a thing in some of these levels where it's like an optional thing that you can go get, but yeah, if you suck, then you just can't. Violet, crimson, regular. So I gotta watch out for the Minotaur statues. Those are basically flame turrets. No! Where is the fucker? Hiding behind the boxes. Peace out. So I'm averaging a fair few fucking archviles per map. The retirement community would still know about Doom at this point in time. I don't expect 60, 70, going on 80 to care that much about the computers. You gotta remember how fast, I think it's more 70, 80 demographic. You gotta remember how fast the genesis of personal home computing developed. Like, generationally. It's only, you know, recent. I'd expect maybe the preceding 2 generations to get it, maybe? No. Generation and a half. I should get Doom. I know my demographics skew a bit older, but, you know, I'm not sure I'm retirement home demographic just yet. Not yet! Just look at where the Doom modders end up working. I think I said this a while back, but retirement homes are really gonna have to step up the fucking game to please my generation. We're gonna need some gigabit internet connections, some you know, LAN capable rec rooms. Deathmatch night in the care home will go hard. But the infrastructure's gotta be there. The infrastructure's gotta be there. I don't know how, but I bit my tongue. You dead yet? Come on, fat boy. There we go. Now I can save. Now I can save. When did retirement homes ever try to please anyone? Well, it depends where you're from. If they want the clientele to live where they are, then they need to provide good service. Because, you know, other people are going to be paying for that shit. There's a retirement home near me, and they got like a real good position, right? They are literally across the road from the pub. They do not have to move far, and that's kind of one of the ideal scenarios. You know, you want to be as close to the, you know, the vital social amenities. You don't have to Zimmer frame far. Hello. Someone was mentioning about custom weapons. Well, we've certainly got weapons from other games making their way in. This is what the mana flasks are for. This is feeling like it might be, I don't know. It feels like a swap for the plasma, because the TTK is relatively swift. Okay. Progress is being made. No alt fires, though. Oh, well. I think I got him. I think I got him. Ooh, is that a death pit? I don't know. Save. Not a death pit. Not yet, anyway. Exathil, one of your uncles in mid-70s. He's most clued in on PC games out of the whole family. You know what, actually, on that thought, I love to see, like, older gens playing stuff like freaking Battlefield. There's, like, a guy who used to be an army sniper playing Battlefield, and he's hitting the most ridiculous goddamn shots across the map, even in his 70s. Oh boy. Oh shit, that's the button. There we go. Ooh, that's being nasty. Those slightly elevated, obscured positions. Spectres all over the shop. Right. I do feel like I'm getting through this map a little bit more smoothly than the first map. This has got a lot more like open areas, whereas the first one had a bit of claustrophobia to it. Now, to listen, if you drink enough beer and other alcohol, we probably never make it to the retirement home. I don't know. Have you seen some of these old soaks? Pickled. Or maybe they just look that old. Maybe it's an illusion. You know, the guy's probably like 50, but he looks like 75 because of his drinking. There's that phenomena of like people in their 30s in like the 70s looked a lot fucking older than they do compared to today. Someone's trying to pin down why. I guess it's the relative abrasion that you have to work with on an existential basis, on a day-by-day basis. Plus, you gotta remember, like, yeah, stuff like air quality, standards of living, that kind of thing. I've nothing but improved over the years. Sun, smoking, fumes. Smog. Get out of my face! Alright, just lock it in. There's a lot of enemies. Gasoline leaded, gasoline lead. Yeah. What's that phrase that comes up for a certain generation? The lead paint stir. I think it's been replaced lately by the Gen Z stir. As far as I can tell, the Gen Z stare is you've asked a question that they think is really obvious, and you should already know the answer to it, so they just stare at you with their mouth slightly open. But to them, it's this. They're being mean to you, but to us, they just look like they've had a stroke. That's what I'm getting from that. It looks like they need medical attention, like they've just suffered like a bleed on the brain or something. Not to shit on Gen Z or anything. We're in the same fucking boat, really. The new silent generation. Well, this largely comes from there was a guy who visited America lately. He was a UK guy in America, and he was reeling off all of these kind of weird, just fucking interactions he's had. And it's just like, yeah, that would be fucking infuriating. He was largely recounting a lot of his experiences visiting American bars, where the bartender would outright just fucking ignore him for like tens of minutes at a time because he was stood at the wrong part of the bar. There was no one else there, but unless he was stood in the specific point of the bar where they say that they want to do like the service from, they just refused to acknowledge him. And another story that was driving me mad as he was telling it was he went to a bar and he was ordering the drinks in, and he also needed to request like a single glass of red wine. And the guy just stared, didn't say a word, he just like slow blink. And it's like the guy couldn't fucking comprehend why he'd only want a single glass of red wine. And he's like, what, do you mean you want the bottle? He's like, no, I want the red wine in a glass, because that's commonly how you generally have it. At least this side of the pond, you know, you get it by the glass if you're getting it from the bar. And then, so instead of getting him one glass, the bartender gets out multiple wine glasses and decants the entire fucking wine glass into every one of the fucking wine glasses, until an American co-worker for this British guy goes up and goes, I think he means he just wanted only one glass. And he's like, that's what I've been saying! But he didn't fucking... I would have gotten into a fight by that point. I would have just started brawling. I would have been barred. It was just, I couldn't deal with that degree of like flippant, willful dumbassery. I did just no patience for that shit. It's like you're a fucking bartender. Yeah. I'm not shitting on your profession. I'm just saying you should know how to fucking bartend. At that point, you should just let them go behind the bar and do it themselves. Yeah! Just like, give them the keys to the fucking establishment at that point. And another story. These stories just kept happening, by the way. And it's the same guy telling all these stories at the different bars. And one, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask for the most obvious fucking thing. I'm gonna ask for a pint of Guinness. It's the most minimal thing that they could possibly fuck up. And so he asks for a pint of Guinness. And the person behind the bar starts doing like what looks like mixing a bunch of drinks together. And if you know Guinness, you generally know that it's something that you just pour into a glass, be it through the pump or through a can. You set and you let it settle for a bit. But no, as if they're ignoring him, they're just mixing all these drinks together. And he's like, I just wanted a pint of Guinness, please. And they're just getting fucking blanked. And then they set all of these drinks that he thought they were mixing for someone else in front of him. He's like, I just wanted a pint of Guinness. and the bartender fucking flips out, starts going, fuck! Oh, shit! I'm like, I think there's just like a continent-wide fucking gas leak going on. It just seems too dumb to be true. I think I said it best when I had like I have like intrusive thought tweets sometimes. They're not like intrusive, they're not like bad thoughts. They're just like, it pops into my head and I think it's a good phrase, so I'll just fucking post it on my Bluesky. And a few weeks ago, I just tweeted a single phrase, gas leak decade. And I feel like it's completely summed up existence over the last 10 or so years. Just a planet-wide gas leak that's been just slowly dragging on for the last 10 years. In the greater scheme of things, that was very granular with the bartender stories, but you know, I think when you zoom out to the macro, you can apply the off kilter feel, the weirdness. Gas leak decade, the long 2012. Yeah. Remember when everyone thought the world was gonna end? That was fun. That was a film and everything. The gas in question is carbon dioxide. I wish it was a fun gas. Can we get a fun gas leak, please? Like helium or something, so we all start talking funny. Oh, fuck. I think that would diffuse a lot of international tensions. If everyone's in the same room and they've just got like a comically high-pitched voice while they're trying to argue over territorial rights.
No, we want the Donbass.
Gas leak decade could be a song. I mean, I am saving it in my back pocket just in case. I finally get my thumb out my ass and finish up the bunch of music that I've got on the back burner, then move on to the next project. I'm pretty sure Gas Leak Decade is going to be a track name. If I ever listen to Slowed Down Alvin and the Chipmunks recordings on YouTube, Aprim, sounds like carbon monoxide poisoning. I feel like we're stuck in the future by voted by the lowest bidder, Sam Squanch. I mean, you're not wrong. I think that's actually one of the inherent structural flaws of capitalism. The way they, you know, do bids for infrastructure and services sometimes is they will, in fact, go for the lowest bidder. I think I remember it as being like an anecdote for like, you know, NASA way back when. They were like, yeah, it's all fun and games till you realize that the people building the rockets were in fact the lowest winning bidder. They were the cheapest one to go with. What was that beer that had a slogan, reassuringly expensive? That's the kind of shit I could get behind. You don't want worryingly cheap. You want reassuringly expensive. Like, it might be slightly too expensive, but just enough that you know that it's possibly going to be quality as a result. I think, it wasn't Stella Artois, was it? That had reassuringly expensive. It can't be. It can't be. I need to Google this. Sorry, this is, I need to know. Reassuringly expensive. It was fucking Stella Artois. Oh my god. So, Stella Artois in the UK is a beer that has long-standing connotations with spousal abuse. And potentially football hooliganism. And that's the slogan that they went with. In the UK from 1982 to 2007. By Jeff Seymour, championing the idea that at a higher price point indicates superior quality. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, I'm too depressed to be jump scared right now. Sorry, Sadrax. I'm just... Yeah. There was an attempt. Where is the Archvile? I saw them flames. I see you. I see you lurking at the back, you piece of shit. I haven't saved the entire time I've been going off on these fucking tangents. Oh. Find a wife beater. Yeah, that's the phrase. The Dackle, you live in Germany. Whenever you leave the country, beer becomes expensive, but not reassuringly. Just conversion-wise. This map has been a bit heavy on the Archies. The last map was a bit heavy on the Archies. I think this entire thing is going to be heavy on the Archies. What up? You gotta go? Take care, man. Thanks for dropping by. I'm going to take this opportunity to heed the call of nature. Be right back. Yo! Super nice Be Right Back screen, by the way. Jonathan, thank you. I'm a fan of the scrolling texts. Someone said it reminds them of, like, demo scene stuff. I think that's what was kind of going through my mind at the time. Oh, wait, did I come back just as you were doing the thing on the Be Right Back screen? Osh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Right, this time, I gotta stop going on tangents. And I gotta save the fucking game, yeah?
What are next?
Progress, maybe? That'd be nice. Maybe save. No, not end the game. Save the game. Crikey. I would like to have been able to at least show a minimum of 3 maps, or get at least halfway. Let's set that up as the minimum. At least half. At least half. See, I see these candles, right? I've been playing a load of maps where those candles are kind of placed to grab your attention and signify, like, where a secret might be. So I'm so distracted by them now. Get him! Cyrax, killing a queen was kind of easy. Oh, we're talking about Arc Raiders? You gotta be a rat to loot the queen cores. You wonder how hard it'll be with Matriarch? Oh, didn't they change the way that works recently in Arc Raiders, where there's less likelihood of you being able to get, like, the juicy loot from, like, the broken off armor pieces? It's gotta be, like, a central bit. This is some Arc Raiders inside baseball for anyone who's completely fucking mystified as to why I'm suddenly talking about Arc Raiders in the middle of a Doom stream. I'll be perfectly honest with you, the main thing that I want out of Arc Raiders right now is personal customized rubber duckies. And I know they exist. I just need to get into the situation where I can get the advanced rarity rubber duckies. That's all I want now. That's all I want. There we go. Why did I restart that far back? You sure I saved earlier? Well, I don't know. I'm just hitting the F6 button and hoping that my fingers are going the right direction at this point. I don't know. I don't know. So I just realized I had a list of grievances I wanted to get off my chest. Nothing to do with you guys. I was just on my my rounds today while I was heading to the store to get my booze. I was just stood there at the crossing. So we got the traffic lights, right? I'm sure this may be a thing where you are, but you know, you got the lights. You can press a button, the lights turn red. Beep 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 beep. You can cross. Yeah, standard stuff. And I'm stood there, and there's this couple on the opposite side of the road, and they're just going. And I'm checking. The button has not been pressed. The button that's right by them, by the crossing, the crossing that's set up specifically so they can press the button to fucking cross. And some old fella is like shuffling behind them slowly, and then he presses the button. And wouldn't you know it, the light turns red, and they're able to cross the fucking road. Now, this isn't a one-off thing, okay? This is not a one-off thing. It's a reason why I took particular note of it. And it's not that they didn't know, they're not fucking tourists or anything. It's not like this is an alien technology that's suddenly been planted on this good green earth. That mystifies all the fucking savages. No, it's commonly used road crossing technology. They were literally right there. It's hard to miss. And it keeps happening. This is the thing. I think there's just this breed of people that are allergic to pressing the fucking button on the traffic crossing. I don't know why. They'll stand there for fucking ages watching car after car after car go past, waiting for a gap where they can get across the road. I'm like, my brother in Christ, there is literally a button you can press that will make the light turn red and force the traffic to stop. And then there's another place near me where almost the inverse happens. Rather than checking that the traffic is coming, they just walk out into the fucking road. They don't even check. They don't even press the button. They just walk out into the fucking road and hope for the best. And I'm like, man, is it that bad? I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some serious shit, and it worries me. Actual NPC pathing. Yeah, that literal IRL NPC behavior. It is absolutely baffling, mystifying. I'm just there witnessing just the most dumb thing. I'm wondering how does this happen? God, people, am I right? Fucking people. It's not even like new behavior. You've been seeing this since oh yeah, I'm not saying it's new, but it's just something I keep seeing. And today it just reached a bit of a fever pitch because I was on my way to the crossing. I was at a distance at the point that I spotted these guys. And they're just willfully choosing to not use the thing that will help them. It's literally right there. What's the phrase? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. It's like that, but the horse chooses to just eat the dirt instead. Which naturally makes it even thirstier than it was before. Man. Go about most of the buttons here are actually completely fake. Pressing them does nothing. I'm aware of those, but I'd still press them. I'd still press them. It may be completely placebo, but I'd still press them. I've been to crossings to do that. There's like 4-way dual carriageway systems where it's timed specifically to allow people to cross, whether or not you press the button. But this is not that. This is a road where it just allows free flow of traffic. There is no timer on this thing. It is a straight road, no junction, no crossing. It is just a place for pedestrians to cross. And it's, yeah, good fucking grief. What am I drinking? Beer. Stauroperament, specifically. If you press it and it doesn't work, you know it's not on you. Exactly! You know, what's the phrase? There's another turn of phrase. I've got a lot of turns of phrases. It's better to, yeah, have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. Okay. Yeah. Gobolt, you once had an acquaintance make fun of you because you knew a particular crossing needs the button to be pressed. You had to press it because no one else was. They made fun of you for pressing the button for the crossing. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it, are we? People, I mean. Oh. The cats are gonna be fine. They'll just eat our corpses. Fucking hell. Oh, he's got so many meat shields. Ah! Osh. A taxi once told you out of his car not to press the What? What? Not to press the crossing button because they're already traffic bumper to bumper? What? What? This reminds me of another problem in the UK when it comes to, well, you know when like 2 lanes has to merge down into one because of roadworks or what have you? Or even like in a motorway, you know, 2 lanes go down to 1. And they say, you know, merge in turn. And no one seems to know what that fucking means. And there's like a conflict of behavioral programming here in the UK. Where, because we're so predisposed to queuing, what happens is we see that first sign, and then everyone decides they're gonna just stick in one fucking lane, like hundreds of meters before it's necessary. So you end up with this gigantic fucking queue, and then no one goes into the other lane to like merge in and help everyone actually, you know, move through this bottleneck actually faster. Because if you just do zipper, you know, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, it's fine. And further to that, sometimes you get outright hostility where some guy goes, "You can't do that! I've been in this queue for 5 days!" And they pull out, not knowing that you're actually trying to use the technique that's going to make everyone move faster. We're a deeply fucked up species. We really are. It's just, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of kinks that need ironing out here, and I'm not sure they're gonna be smoothed out anytime soon. Is what I'm trying to say. That's just global. You know, I had a good time with zipper formation when I lived in France, man. The French seem to know how to fucking do it. They're also psychotic on country roads when it comes to like you know, overtaking. If you're not going as fast as a Frenchman wants to go, it doesn't matter if there's a freaking blind hill in front of you. He's just gonna fucking floor it in his like Renault Clio, his Fiat 300. And you're just gonna watch him and pray for his fucking soul, you know. In my case, I maybe ease off the accelerator a little bit just to, you know, give them more room to actually, you know, avoid the jaws of death. Oh man, that's one thing I'm glad I don't have to do anymore. Yeah, driving in France. There's only one thing I enjoyed doing driving wise in French, yes, and that was the long drive from where I lived to Geneva, because occasionally I'd have people visiting, and Geneva was like the nearest airport to where I lived, so I had to cross a border. But the drive was spectacular. Lots of viaducts. Lots of mountains. Gorgeous. Would happily do it each time. I'd get myself prepared. I'd get my mixtape, you know, my CD, my playlists, whatever. I'd be ready, and then I'd just say, you know what I know I'm doing for the next potentially 6 hours of this here day, because I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating here. I don't know if it was 3 hours there, 3 hours back, or whether it was 3 hours total. But yeah, something like that. Was it drunk driving? Hell no. I'm not that stupid. I'm maybe dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Though that said, the French do have breathalyzers in the boot as standard, so, you know, take from that what you will. When it comes down to it, the French are just as bad as the English when it comes to alcohol. It's just that they like to disguise it behind a veneer of sophistication. Oh, we're drinking wine. Yeah, but Jacques, it's fortified wine. But it's wine. And you need to be in work in the next half hour. It's lunch. What else am I gonna do? Did that go for a hot minute there? You thought I'd worked at the LHC? No, I'm nowhere near that clever. I have visited the LHC. I did have an acquaintance who worked at CERN. So while I was over there in living in France, I did have an opportunity to. I didn't go down to the LHC. I think there was like a smaller thing that was open, but there was a tour underground to one of the. I'm not sure if it was a collider. Really cool. You don't really appreciate just how monolithic that friggin' machinery is until you're stood there yourself. And then you get to put everything in scale. So like the LHC, that loop, I think it crosses a border if I'm not mistaken. But I did get very big, you know, Black Mesa vibes while I was there at CERN. It was a lot of fun. Dan, we saw two of them. Colossus and Alice. I got stuck in the friggin' goddamn scanner, if I recall correctly. Everyone, right, there's one of those scanners you have to, like, go through. You go in there, and you, like, put your hands up, and it does, like, and then you go out the other side. I'm not entirely sure why we needed to go through that for the tour. And everyone got through perfectly fucking fine, and I was the one that got stuck and had to be scanned multiple times to get through the scanner. Duo, you son of a gun, you're gifted memberships again. Thank you so much, man. Hope you keep them well. Enjoy, whoever on YouTube has just gotten a bunch of those. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. So yeah, I got stuck in a. Oh, I want to make it sound more dramatic than it is. I got stuck in a CERN airlock while I was there. But yeah, CERN was cool. I like Geneva as a place to walk around. I fucking hate Geneva as a place to drive through. I hate driving through Geneva. Geneva is hell. In fact, I'm pretty sure I got a speeding ticket. Or something. Right, and this isn't unfounded, right? This is straight up bullshit in Geneva. So you go across the border and you've got like your standard speed limit. That's like 90 kilometers per hour or something like that. And you go over the border and the speed limit suddenly changes to like -5 kilometers per hour. So they change it by like, yeah, -5 kilometers per hour. So you gotta like adjust after like a several hour drive on the goddamn motorway to this like slightly tweaked speed limit. And you've been locked in the entire time, and it's like the dead of night, and the fucking The camera flashes and you're like, oh, fuck me. Hate Geneva driving. Geneva driving sucks. Everywhere else is fine. Too quick, Englishman. It was good enough for the French. And you know my relationship with the French. As an Englishman, the royal we. That's so fucking mean. That friggin' Archvile setup is so fucking mean. It spawns two in front of you, and then it warps one of them behind. You get an Archvile barbecue pincer movement. That's some bullshit right there. That is. Woo. Snootily laughing, but en français. Truth be told, I loved my time in France. I really did. Really did. It was cut a little short, to be honest. It was unfortunately something I had to give up sooner than anticipated.
Once a holy wellspring, the very sanctity of this place has been fouled. Is there no end to the Witch King's depraved corruption? A noxious web of weeds chokes the ancient marble and earthen passageways. Blood, human blood, leaks from the writhing tendrils of this creeping death, and where it coalesces in congealing pools, figures stir beneath the surface. The key locking the teleportal has been secreted in the cistern, now awash with gore which pours in rancid chunks from the twisted wood of the forest. If I make it through, I hope to make a diversion via the sacred burial chambers of the Bone Orchard. Perhaps I may rest there a while and gather my thoughts.
Was this written by Garth Marenghi? Let's see. Can I find the clip?
Something was pouring from his mouth. He examined his sleeve. Blood? Blood. Crimson, copper-smelling blood. His blood. 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 And bits of sick.
And bits of sick. Exactly the bit you was thinking of, Dan. It's why I was smiling. It was just running through my head. Crimson copper smelling blood. Blood. And bits of sick. You know what I just warms my heart is how Garth Marenghi's Dark Place keeps like slowly seeping through, like, culturally. I noticed that it started like popping up in like certain sectors of American nerd culture at some point, and I'm just like, yes, yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Look out, he's got a stick. There's another, this is basically a vocal stim for me at that point. But if any of you enjoy Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows, or he had a cameo in Fallout. Yeah, he's all over Dark Place. Speaking of Fallout, not long started watching the second series, and I am just plum pleased. Tickled pink with how decent that adaptation is. I know there's like some consternation about, you know, nuking Shady Sands, spoilers, and all that kind of stuff. But, you know what? It's, you know, the change is necessary for a story to be told sometimes. And, you know, keeping things, the status quo in effect will sometimes make the narrative whims that you want to pursue stagnate somewhat. But I think the last one I watched is Maximus ended up having to kill the guy that was in Silicon Valley, who looks like he's been hitting like the looks maxing forums. He's got like a jaw for days. What are my thoughts on bite marks? I like to avoid them, personally speaking, considering I have toddlers that up until a few months ago were a bit gummy, and I don't like to see them on things around the house, particularly wires. So I'm kind of anti-bite mark at this point, Dr. Baron. Thank you for asking. Wouldn't destroying the place technically be the status quo, Zikri? A civilization has been massively developed, be its own well of story ideas in a post-apocalyptic scenario. But you also have an opportunity to add complexity to a character or a story. Basically, there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons. Basically, I ain't too bent out of shape about it. I mean, in the grand scope of Fallout, I'm probably, you know, less dogmatic when it comes to, you know, the story and the setting. So I'm happy for them to do drastic things. Plus, I'm a fan of Jonathan Nolan as a showrunner anyway. So Jonathan Nolan, the guy that does the Fallout series, he previously did a show by the name of Person of Interest, and I am a big fan of Person of Interest. I thought it was a really great show. Really enjoyed the run. I'm usually happy to do rewatches of it every now and again. The only downside is that the main, like, lead role is Jim Caviezel, who's a bit of a... He's a bit of a cross-shagger, let's put it that way. I mean, he can't help it. He was Jesus Christ in The Passion of the Christ, as directed by Mel Gibson. But, you know, if you look past that, if you can look past the actor and enjoy the character that they portray in some things, there's a tremendous hoot and a holler of a time to be had with Person of Interest. He did go a bit strange. What, Jim Caviezel? Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame. Because in terms of his, like, actorly mannerisms, I find him quite enjoyable. He's got a bit of, like, a deadpan thing going on, but, yeah. If you look past the actor and embrace the character, there's a lot to enjoy, like a massive amount to enjoy if you want to pick up Person of Interest as a series. But yeah, Jonathan Nolan, brother to Christopher Nolan, definitely a relation, is the guy that's running the Fallout TV series at the moment, and he's very good hands. I mean, Fallout looks great. That's one of the things that stands out to me at the moment is it's avoiding what I like to call the Netflixification of like visual aesthetics. So the way to boil it down is a lot of like Netflix series are filmed in a way where the lighting is very flat. There's no like harsh shadows or contrast or any of that kind of stuff. Sometimes not even like, you know, dramatic use of color. But I was just watching an episode yesterday of Fallout, and I was like, it's broad fucking daylight, and they're actually taking advantage of the light. They've got like the light spilling in behind, there's a backlight, there's like part of the face in shadow. Whereas if this was in some like generic Netflix kind of show, it would just be even boring flat light. And I'm just like, man, I miss when things used to actually be made with care. Visual care and attention. I'm glad someone's still doing it. Caviezel was also in the QAnon movie a couple years ago. Yes, that's right, he was. This is why I say if you can look past the actor to the role that they're portraying, you'll be able to enjoy yourself. But if you can't, I'm not gonna look down on you for it. I'm not gonna denigrate you for it. I'll be like, understandable. I know that's just a thing for a lot of people. There might be a really good film or whatever, and they're just like, no, I can't fucking stand Tom Cruise because he seems like a creep, you know. I mean, for me personally, it's Jared Leto, as Dackle has mentioned there in chat. If you find out someone's like an obvious weirdo like Jared Leto, he's got a bit of the Charlie Manson to me, and I don't like it. Is it just me? I don't know if he's like doing it intentionally or anything. He's got a bit of a look to him that really fucking puts me off. And he's playing Skeletor in the He-Man movie. Masters of the Universe. They're doing Masters of the Universe. I hope Dolph Lundgren has a cameo. Matthias, it's for you, it's Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Oh yeah, they end up everywhere. Jack Black for me, the act kind of wore thin when he went on hiatus with his musical partner Kyle Gass for Tenacious D, for saying something mildly controversial during one of his gigs. The mild controversy was next time don't miss when it came to the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And it's like, I always knew you were a sellout, Jack. Kyle Gass just did one of the most fucking rock and roll things he possibly could have done. Live on stage, and he threw him under the fucking bus. Jack Black isn't really playing roles, he's playing basically himself. Yeah, you don't really hire Jack Black to portray the nuance of a character, do you? You hire Jack Black to be Jack Black. That is a thing. That is a thing. What confuses me though, there's a phrase in filmmaking for a certain type of actor, and they're called a character actor. And I may be getting this confused, but it seems to denote a guy who is hired specifically to actually portray a type of character. This sounds insane, right? But to me, the phrase has always implied limitation, whereas like everyone else, you know, you get the more recognizable names. Those people are hired to be the brand of themselves as a character, which, if anything, is more limited. Is it not? I don't know. I'm always more impressed when a recognizable actor does something that makes them unrecognizable. It's I find the whole thing's very bizarre to me. Brad Dourif. Oh, I love Brad Dourif. He's one of my favorites. The other phrase for a character actor is that guy. So if you've ever had someone go, oh, he's that guy. He's in this film and he does this. He's that guy. That guy. Whoa! Oh! Shit! Fuck me. Secret exit ignored? I didn't know there was a secret exit. Oh, this is literally my first time playing it. Lion, you had character actor the other way around. You hired a character actor because they could be many different characters. They could wear different roles and make them different. You might be thinking typecast. Maybe. It's a confusing phrase. Confusing phrase. You think you'd watched Carl Urban in 10 different movies before you realized he was the same person? I love Carl Urban. He's great. But yeah. I've always found it a confusing turn of phrase. It was a good go. The crime that they didn't do a sequel to Judge Dredd. Yeah. Preach! Preach! I would have happily watched more Dredd films with Carl Urban. There's still time! There's still time. Bring it back! Duncan Jones, son of David Bowie. He's doing a Rogue Trooper film. He's very enthusiastic about it. So I'm looking forward to it. He seems to have a genuine amount of passion for it. So yeah, Duncan Jones, he's doing a Rogue Trooper. Also known as Zowie Bowie. Yeah. So yeah, I've been a fan of Duncan Jones for a while. He's been a little hit or miss. His first, I think, theatrical release was Moon. I really loved Moon. I thought that was a really great debut. Then he moved on to, I don't know if he did a follow-up called Mute, which was poorly received. He also did the World of Warcraft live action, which I've heard is actually all right. And now he's doing this. It's underrated. That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that the Warcraft film is actually really underrated. Anyway, be right back. Nature calls. Yo! So to answer the question that I saw in chat there, Moon, guy goes space crazy. Yeah, it's Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell. On the moon, going nuts. Nut! There was another thing that I wanted to bring up that I'm excited to hear about. So Henry Cavill has been part of a Highlander remake project. Fuck off, Sadrax. Oh, it wasn't Sadrax, it was Brando. God, it's someone not Sadrax doing the jump scare. Good grief. Anyway. Yeah, they released some screenies of Henry Cavill doing the whole Connor McLeod shtick. I'm trying to find out who's playing the Kurgan. They did say who's playing the Kurgan, but I completely blanked. Completely blanked. Let me double check a sec. Sorry, the music has to go while I search. Kurgan, Henry Cavill, Highlander. It was someone. So we got Henry Cavill as... Oh, yeah, it's the John Wick guy who's doing Highlander. It's Chad Stileski's. And who's gonna beat the Kurgan? Someone's mentioned it. Fuck, I can't find it. Understandable. I can't find it. Dave Bautista! Dave Bautista's in fucking everything right now. It's kind of pissing me off. So Dave Bautista, I've been watching friggin' Fallout, right? And there's like 2 to 3 different films. 2 to 3 different films with Dave Bautista on them. There's Afterburn, there's Wrecking Crew, and then there's like another one. And they've all got Dave Bautista in it in different states of like facial hair. And it's really fucking pissing me off. Because I'm like, wait, which film is he in again? I like Dave Bautista, don't get me wrong. I like Dave Bautista. It's just, I'm getting annoyed at seeing so many concurrent films with Dave Bautista in it. The quality over quantity thing, I think, is something that Dave Bautista needs to embrace. Because when he's allowed to act, he is really fucking good. Ixithil, you sent that stick bug like 10 minutes ago. What, really? It's only just arrived now? What's the other thing that Henry Cavill was working on? Oh, he was gonna do 40K, wasn't he? He's working on the 40K series, project, film. I don't know. What do you reckon that could even manifest as? He was working, he's off it now? Has it been taken out of his hands? It's such a shame. 40K was canned? I hope not. I hope not. Shop! You're new here, in the middle of editing, wanted to say your channel has pointed me towards so many cool mods. Thank you. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Vortex, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Over on YouTube, hope you enjoy. When I next pop my video up, you'll get early access. Why don't I grab that chain gun? Why don't you grab these nuts? I've already got a chain gun. If it was dual wielding, I'd accept your proposal. You can't set me up that easy, man. You can't give me a setup knockdown like that. You gotta be careful, man. You can't dangle that over my head. I'm gonna take the opportunity. But I can have more. I've already got max chain gun. I have 400 ammo. If it was dual wielding, sure. But we don't have dual wielding. It's singles night at the Doom Bar, all right? Only one weapon at a time. Fuck. That was on me. They're really bad freaking rocket blast. Hold on now. Hold on now. Sir. Sir. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Why am I misgendering that demon? They're a shim? I thought they were Sir selves, personally speaking. But all they do is scream at me, so, you know, how am I meant to know? It goes both ways. We gotta communicate here. You gotta communicate. You can't just assume I know everything. I'm more than happy to respect demonic pronouns. You just gotta let me know in advance, yeah? But if we're on an adversarial basis, I'm sorry. I'm hitting you in the face with a rocket. It's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. UAC doctrine dictates. Must rocket till the adversary is dead. There we go! Have I tried getting good? That's my secret. I'm always good. I'm just pretending to be bad. That way, I make sure everyone else doesn't feel inadequate, you know? It's like that second episode of that Game of Thrones thing that came out recently. What is it, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? Like, the opening scene is like this old, busted knight is diddling a lady of the night. And he has to step outside to go piss. And it just so happens that he's hung like several horses combined into one. And it's just there dangling in front of your fucking face. Thanks, Game of Thrones. I've been watching so many reactions of people getting into that second episode. It's the funniest thing to me. It's so fucking funny. It's just the first, like, several minutes of this episode. And it's just this old fella's giant cock. cinema. There we go. There we go. Talking about some fella's dick has helped me get through this section for some reason. Funny how that works. Am I watching Fallout Vortex? Yeah, I was talking about Fallout for a bit earlier. I'm only 3 or 4 episodes in. The last one I watched is they've finally gotten to the New Vegas Strip. And it ends on a Deathclaw busting out the door at Gamora. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I think I like the first series a bit more compared to how it's gone so far. But I guess that's maybe a consequence of widening the scope. I feel like the first series was a bit more tight. Dan, you think they're trying to make up for seeing the Hound's cock from about a mile away? Many complained. I just find the conversation around like dicks on film and in TV and cinema like really amusing at the moment. So another thing going around is what is it? 28 years later, the Bone Temple, or even 28 years later in general. There's like an infected character it's like an alpha called Samson. And, like, one of the defining aspects of Samson is he's just got this fucking hog flopping around. And then it was confirmed that it's, like, a prosthetic cock. Like, in an interview with Ralph Fiennes. And the guy who plays this guy, like, yeah, it was like a prosthetic dick. he's like, I wish I could say it was mine. Oh, man. It's such a funny fucking conversation to have. Like Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan was more doing like the Vitruvian Man in like in Watchmen, wasn't he? Because that's the inspiration. Is it the Vitruvian Man? Am I getting it right? It's been a long time since I've had to bring up that freaking thing. It's like one of Da Vinci. Was it Da Vinci's sketches? Oh man, you're making me access a part of my brain that has been very underutilized for a very long time. It sounds smart. Let's go with that. Yeah. I'm intellectual. We're talking about dicks, but classical dicks. That means it's classy. The 4 arms, 4 legs Da Vinci sketch. Yeah, that one. So what am I saying? The dude isn't hung like Willem Dafoe? Oh, that's like the inverse, isn't it? Is it like the inverse? Like everyone was worried about everyone feeling very inadequate compared to Willem Dafoe, so they had like a stunt dick that was actually slightly smaller or something? What was it in, No, it was a Lars von Trier film. Antichrist, that's the one. Yeah. They used a smaller prosthesis for Willem Dafoe's dick because his penis was too big. Oh my god! Hey baby, do you want to be Green Goblin this cock? No! No! I think we've peaked. I'll be honest, I think we've peaked. You can't get any better than this. Sorry. The stream's peaked. I'm sorry to say. We've learned so much about celebrity dicks today. I mean, when it's thrust in your face like that. Willem Dafoe is peak in Boondock Saints. Boondock Saints is, you know, actually a bad film, but Willem Dafoe is such a good character in it. And then there was a firefight! Is my friend? This fella? This is someone I found in a gachapon in South Korea when I was on holiday there years and years ago. And he's been my friend ever since. He's a good boy. Oh, they're doing the teleport thing again. I'm wondering if I can make a highlight of this stream titled just Dicks on Film. Will YouTube allow that? Do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll finally break the deadlock on my channels where I can never seemingly get above like 10k something views? I just need to make a stream highlight, Dicks on Film. Junk in the frunk. That's what I should call it. But yeah, Willem Dafoe is a fave of mine. I love Willem Dafoe. Always a joy to see him in anything. I always forget that he's in, like, the first John Wick film. He's, like, John Wick's, like, pal. Work pal. Who you wonder for the entire time whether he's actually gonna try and kill John Wick. But he's actually Willem Dafoe. That's right, Ruby. That's right. You think he's Willem Dafoe, but he's actually Willem Dafoe. Was Doink, show of hands, who here has seen Willem Dafoe's penis? Well, I mean, if it depends. Again, is it the prosthetic or the real deal? We don't know. Maybe it was a story spun to confuse people as to whether or not they were getting like the cinematic ground truth of Willem Dafoe's penis on film. There's no way for us to actually truly know. I think there was like a... I'm not sure if there was an episode of like Spartacus. There was like a TV series of Spartacus. And they were very all much about the tits and the dick being shown in like Roman times for that one. And in one occasion they had both. Blood and Sand. Did that one? Blood and Sand? Spartacus Blood and Sand. I like that you knew what series I was referring to based on the combination of tits and dick. Woo! We're cultured here. We're very cultured. But, you know, I'm all for equal representation of, you know, boobs and dick in TV and cinema. I feel like for the longest time it has been unfairly skewed in the, to the side of boobs. And why should women have all the fun? We need to be represented. Didn't Xena go full nude? What? In Xena? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me what exact episode and timestamp that was, just so I can find the point where that happens. Lucy Lawless? Oh, Lucy Lawless was in Spartacus, and she went nude. You don't say. What episode? You know, just for research purposes. What episode of that was it? And what? And can you give me the timestamp? Ah! I spilled my fucking beer! You distracted me with the prospect of Lucy Lawless in some state of undress. No! It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway. Wait, I have the royal internet over here. I might not be able to access the potent stuff. Well, you know what? This is why Proton VPN is a real great choice for you and for me. You know, if you're interested in the cinematic works of Lucy Lawless, and for some reason, internet in the UK is not going to allow you to do the research you need to do to academically narrow down these very culturally significant states of undress of your favorite actresses that may have been formative to your awakenings, then, you know, Proton VPN is a very good choice. I recommend it personally. I use Proton VPN practically almost every day of the week, largely so I can access Imgur, which, believe it or not, here in the UK is restricted. So when it comes to research purposes, yeah, Proton, you can even test it out for free. But if you want to have a version of it that's a little bit more robust, you know, go wild. There's even like a whole suite of stuff that I'd happily recommend. You want to de-Google yourself? Proton VPN. You want to catalog things in an Excel spreadsheet for instances of Lucy Lawless in a TV series where things might get a bit racy? Proton VPN. Anyway. I hope they enjoyed that ad read. It's the best they're gonna get. Now that's an advert. Woo! Imgur is restricted in the UK. Yeah. So whenever I look on goddamn Doomworld or ZDoom forums, I can't see the fucking screenshots because everyone hosts their images on Imgur. They got a password manager as well. Yeah, I might transfer my password manager. I've been using Dashlane, but I might as well use Proton. Dashlane's been pretty painless for me for like quite a long time, but you know. Variety is the spice of life and all that. And I might as well centralize because I use Proton for everything at the moment. I use Proton for my scheduling. I use Proton for my VPN. I use Proton for my spreadsheet stuff at the moment. Because I'm organizing all of the episodes that I want to do. Like month on month for Doom Mod Madness, for the channel, for the live stream. I use Proton. I use Proton for that. So yeah, de-Google. You want to de-Microsoft. You want to look at boobs? Proton VPN. Spreadsheet app's fairly new as well. They didn't have that a few months ago. Yeah, I'm like I say, I've been using it. It's pretty robust. I'm not like a hardcore like spreadsheet like wizard or anything, but yeah. And it's Linux friendly. Wonderful to hear. I've been thinking about dual booting this machine for a bit. I'm a little apprehensive about doing a full transfer over to something like KDE Plasma. I was mainly going to use Bazite, because I use that on my test PC downstairs, which I've got running on Bazite. And the only worry I have is I want to make sure I've got access to all of my pre-existing stuff, and dual boot might be the best way for me to go. That way I can, you know, at least check in for things that may on an occasional basis go wrong. Both are just run it off a live install or an external HDD. I mean, I've got an external, so I can do that. Am I using Hannah Montana Linux? No. I'm not that advanced, sadly. Okay. Are you ready for more quality voice acting? We're about to get some. Still when do you set up the dual boot on your desktop with the Ubuntu? Haven't booted Windows in almost 2 months. Happy for it. Enticing.
Movement behind the doors to the chapel, a scurrying, clicking melody beating out with a hideous rhythm. Such an abominable stink rose from under the ancient portal, the asphyxiating fume of death. There was the occasional pause in the hurried dance behind the door, during which the snapping of bones and the suckling of blood could be heard. I know I must enter to cut through to the subterranean citadel, but I have such fear in my heart. I may be able to avoid what patrols in this desecrated house of God. I do not know if you will be so lucky.
I love it. I love it. Oh no, not pain elementals. Good God.
Nice.
Classy Dragon, thank you so much for the 69 months. Nice. I wonder what the BFG is. If we got the skull staff, the plasma gun, I'm wondering what the BFG is. The Bankier has Bazite working for me. You've been using it Linux Mint, a couple of laptops, haven't moved over. Bazite's pretty painless. The Bazite is pretty painless. The only problem I have is I think I made a little bit of a fucky-wucky with the install, so it kind of goes through a bit of an extended boot before it gets to the actual Bazite OS. But I think that's a user error thing. I think that's just me. But other than that, cannot complain at all. Oh, it is called the Violet Terror. Oh, I paid attention to the top left of my screen. I got the Violet Terror, but I want to find the Crimson Horror. Is that what the BFG is called? There's another Arch Violet here! Cybolic, nice to see the Linux mention. You've been on Linux 26 years now. Oh, OG. Quite some years. Quake and Doom are the go-to fail-safe options for gaming. You know what I love about like Bazite? On the like on the software option, you can just search up various Doom mods on there. I think Blade of Agony you can just get like as standard via Bazite like software thing, as well as Dr. Robotnik's Ring Races. I fucking love that. You don't need to get anything, you can just download it. And the funny thing is, every like successive Windows version keeps cribbing shit from Linux that they've had for like a while. You know, like the different like desktops. You can have like multiple desktops, and then like Linux has been doing that for like fucking years. I got him! He did! Ding dong, the vial is dead. Which old vial? The wicked vial. The arch vial, if you will. Whether or not I can survive my own impulses is another matter. The Archvile, Thatcher, that one, yeah. But we're not playing Thatcher's tech base, we're playing Crimson Horror. Even though I've got no faith in the fella, I still love that image of Jeremy Corbyn in front of a arcade cabinet of Thatcher's tech base. Oh. It fills me with mirth, you know. Kemi, Archviles in your head are canonically every corpse of a dead Doom Marine after reload of a save. There's a theory going around that Archviles are like the logical endpoint of an imp's evolution. If it lives long enough, it can become an Archvile. I think this is more of a Doom 2016, like New Doom kind of contrivance, because we've got like the imps in Doom the Dark Ages, we got imps in Doom 2016 and Eternal, and then you got the Archvile, which allegedly is coming back in the DLC for Doom the Dark Ages. And the going theory is that, yeah, it's an evolution. But I'm not sure how concrete that idea is. Because yeah, there's some like absolutely hench friggin' imps in Doom the Dark Ages. They've been lifting. They've been friggin' lifting. Oh, behind! Just a theory. A game theory. I got rid of them. They're good. They're good. They're good. When I say good, I mean dead. So what I've been trying to do lately, because I'm trying to perfect my craft, right? I'm trying to perfect my craft. And that means that occasionally I need to like drum up subjects out of thin air to talk about. And when I feel like, you know, the discussion has maybe stagnated a bit in like Twitch chat or YouTube chat, whatever, it's like, you know, maybe I should like bring up a subject to talk about. And I've been making like a concerted effort to write things down. And I just realized the one thing that I haven't touched on my little list of things to yak about during the course of a stream is the fact that today we've done penis, meow. We've done penis. We've been there. We've traversed the length and the girth of the penis. Believe me, during the course of this stream. The other thing that I've got left to talk about, or at least introduce to chat, is not the Duke Nukem 3D shareware anniversary. I've already touched on that in the intro. The other... We've touched the cock repeatedly, that's right, Lion. The other subject that I have yet to bring up is the fact that today is a very auspicious day in the pantheon of Star Trek. Whoever brings it up first in chat wins a prize. Star Trek Penis Inspection Day, World War III. Nope. Nope. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. We got no Trekkies in chat. Oh, wait. We got a ding dong. And then I don't mean a penis by that. Shivan has got it. It's Warp 10 Space Lizard Day, also known as Threshold Day. Today is Threshold Day, and that is notable because it's the day that an episode of Star Trek Voyager came out that involved Tom Paris taking a shuttle for a spin. Was he trying to exceed Warp 10 or reach Warp 10? I'm trying to remember which one it was. But he basically went so fast that he mutated his genetic code, which began to turn him into a lizard. And in the process of turning into a lizard, he developed an instinct to, like, bring someone along. So he kidnapped his boss, Captain Janeway, and drove so fast that they both turned into lizards. They did the dirty on some fucking planet somewhere, and then got reverted back to human, whereupon everyone agreed to never speak of this incident ever again. And that's why we celebrate Threshold Day. I just came in on the stream. What the hell is that episode synopsis? Threshold Day! It's Threshold Day, you uncultured swine! It's an annual it's a freaking annual celebration of the fact that Tom Paris went so fast he turned into a lizard, kidnapped his boss, and then drove so fast that she also turned into a lizard, whereupon they both copulated, and then they were rescued and reverted back to human, and they never talked about it ever again. Ever again. Never brought up. And that's why we treasure Threshold Day. That's why we treasure Threshold Day, because it's so fucking absurd and wackadoo that why shouldn't such an auspicious event in Star Trek history be preserved for future generations to discover? You know, these people picking up Star Trek on Starfleet Academy or whatever the fuck is the newest series that's coming out. They don't know. They don't know. I don't know. I don't need to know about the ensign that accidentally swallowed her comm badge, because everyone's apparently some kind of quirked up fuck up in modern Star Trek. We got enough. We got wackiness for days. We got Alamarine from DS9 Series 1, if I'm not mistaken, where the entire main cast, save Quark, gets trapped in a board game and have to play hopscotch while reciting a nursery rhyme to escape. You know what warms my heart? The fact that on the basis of how kind of cringe modern Star Trek series that are coming out are, and I am talking about Starfleet Academy, there's a whole bunch of people saying, you know what? Let's go and watch some classic Star Trek. And by classic, I don't mean original series, because, you know, the march of time is an inescapable inevitability. I'm talking about them going and watching, like, DS9. They're going and watching Next Gen. And they're actually discovering what good Star Trek can be. I'm not saying that all Star Trek post whatever is dog shit. I don't care if you enjoy it or not. That's up to you. I'm just saying we're kind of very far from, you know, what Star Trek used to be, and the kind of esteem that it used to hold, and guest character actors with vagina prosthetics on their face. I'm not saying that Star Trek was ever the pinnacle of serious storytelling. I'm not. It's always had goofy shit. What I'm saying is they knew how to produce it in a fashion that didn't like horrendously date it or cause you to cringe so hard that you ran a risk of vanishing up your own asshole. Kim Kardashian or Gul Dukat? Dukat every time. There's something about those Kardashian features, man. But yeah, everything that I have seen of Starfleet Academy right now, I'm like, man, the tone is so off. The tone is so off. To put it bluntly, the kind of tone that they've presented for modern Star Trek stuff is the kind of tone that I'd accept better from, like, Seth MacFarlane in The Orville. The only modern Star Trek series that I have actively enjoyed lately is Star Trek Picard Season 3. Star Trek Picard Season 3 is actually a real nice time. You don't even need to have seen the first two series. In fact, it's beneficial if you haven't. It's utterly beneficial if you haven't, because it actually tries to ignore those series as much as it can. Oh, man. But yeah, I think one of the major sticking points with most of the modern Trek stuff that's come out lately is they've kind of discarded one of the kind of core writing principles that they had with DS9, Voyager, the Next Gen, and that is the way that they talk, the way that they discuss problems, the way that they interact with each other isn't meant to reflect modern sensibilities. Instead, what they wanted to do was have a style of competence, of formality, of speaking to each other that was kind of timeless, where you could pick up an episode of DS9 or TNG, and you still can, and it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't feel dated in the dialogue regard, because they're not trying to ape like anything recent or any recent sensibilities. You've heard TNG, you've heard Star Trek referred to as competency porn. Yeah. You're watching qualified people tackle complex problems. And yeah. They don't need to be hot messes. They don't need to be hot messes. Akemi, the most important question of 2026, have I played Beyond Citadel? No, I have not played Beyond Citadel. You know what? I'm gonna put a line in the sand right here, right now. If my YouTube channel reaches 100,000 subscribers this year, I will play Beyond Citadel. I know I had a previous kind of milestone promise, but I think that's a little, it's a little below it's a little below the threshold for me these days, because my original thing was I'd play Plutonia front to back, but I feel like that doesn't give me a sense of ceremony, because at least with Citadel, I've got baggage. So you know what? If I hit 100,000 subscribers, you know what? Let's make it a double bubble. I will replay Pro Doomer. I will play and replay Citadel and Beyond Citadel. Triple header. Let's make it a triple header. I added Pro Doomer because I thought, Plutonia wasn't enough. I escalated to Pro Doomer. Now I feel like Pro Doomer isn't enough. Ugh. You have my humble promise. If we hit that threshold, if I manage to actually drag this goddamn channel out of its stagnant position that it currently is, I will happily replay Pro Doomer front to back, Citadel front to back, and then I will do a first time unvarnished playthrough of Beyond Citadel and try not to cause a minor international incident. Do more Doom Mod shorts? You think I need to do shorts? Is that how? I thought that just killed channels. Snug. I'm not rebuking your suggestion, by the way. Thanks for the super chat. Do you remember that one time I did nothing but shorts? Do you remember? I feel like that kind of killed my momentum a bit. Foley! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lothar, you went from 500 to 41,000 views in a month. Doing what? I've been doing this for 10 years, man. What do you want me to do? Gonna release a short and a long each day? Respectfully. 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 Fuck off. I am a dad of 3. I have a limited amount of time to do any of this. At all. In fact, by all rights, I shouldn't be able to do this. I'm only able to do this through the good graces of my wonderful, amazing, gorgeous spouse who has, like, inverted the entire relationship here. You know, they're the main breadwinner. I'm able to do this derpy bullshit on the internet. Man, I'm not here for the fucking grind. Everyone says it's so simple. You just need to upload a video every single day. I'm like, no! I got other things to do. I gotta do some fucking laundry. I gotta do my kids' lunch. I gotta make sure the nappies are changed. I gotta put kids to bed. I just don't have the time. There's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better... You batch it? Batch upload? Great. When am I gonna do that? Honestly, if you can give me, like, an extra day of the week. Like, what I want you to do, right? I want you to consult with whatever elder god governs the flow of space and time. And I want you to carve out, like, an extra day of the week. I want an 8th day of the week where everyone else does, just basically repeats the same cycle as the day before, but I get this entire extra 24-hour period where I don't have to do anything. And what I'm gonna do with that, right, is I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna fucking sleep. And then maybe think about doing extra stuff than what I'm currently doing. I'm gonna take a wild guess as well. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Are you younger than 35? No? Oh, well, that's my preconception blown out of the water. Are you younger than 40? Going on Dirty 9? Oh my god. You got one on me. Holy fucking shit. I think that the hardest part about what I do, right? Real talk, is I want to actually make something that feels competent, qualitative. And the way I found that you ultimately reach that is by taking your time to make it. And utterly, truly, my inspirations are often creators that do just that. They take their time. One of my like favorite guys on YouTube is Ahoy. Another one of my favorite guys on YouTube, Civvy. And they ain't doing any of that. These are the folks that I look up to. They really are. They're the template for me. And I'm like, you know what? They're showing me that you can do things without hitting a relentless daily grind. Yeah, like LGR. I love LGR as well. Civvy, Ahoy, LGR. And they do not pummel the shit out of YouTube. They don't brute. I think this is the thing. Some people can brute force YouTube. I can't. I mean, when you get down to brass tacks, there are things that I could do, but it would be at the sacrifice of what I actually enjoyed to do. If I just wanted to purely be a channel that constantly hits you in the face with Doom stuff, sure, I could do that, but I would actually sacrifice the ability to talk at length about what I like. Throw in little non sequiturs every now and again. You know, all of that, all those little editing flourishes. But it's tough, man. It ain't easy. I envy people who get the luck of the algorithm. I really do. I really do. Change my video titles to clickbait. I did that once. It's not so great. But really, this year is a bit of a do or die for me. This year is a little bit of a do or die. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If things don't shake out well this year, I'm probably done. I'm cooked. Chopped, if you will. Being the unk that I am. So there's two options for you. Either through some contrivance or fate or competence, I actually reached that fabled 100,000 subscriber goal this year, and I do the victory lap. Or I go work at my local supermarket. Those are my choices. That's the binary. Double hand. Oh, thank you for the ego boost there while I'm in the middle of this soul searching. Much appreciated. Oh, I did not pick up that goddamn med kit, did I? There's several. I keep missing them. Duo, you don't want my channel to die? That makes two of us, man. I like that you like the videos I make. I really do. I genuinely appreciate all of this support. I genuinely do. And I would love nothing more than, honestly, to keep doing this till the day I kick the fucking bucket. I'm not kidding. I want to keep doing this till I am goddamn shitting my pants. Not that you need that mental image. Like, I'm elderly, infirm, in the goddamn nursing home bed. I would love to keep doing this till that point. I really would. I want to go into the great beyond knowing that, you know, at the very least, I played a lot of Doom. I put that on my fucking gravestone. He played a lot of Doom. Living Corpse, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you. My other favorite gravestone is Spike Milligan. His gravestone simply reads, "I told you I was ill." Face! Dang. Alright. Maybe I got the wrong weapon. Maybe I got the wrong weapon. Let's try this one instead. Dan Jack Lemmons is good. What's on his tombstone? Not sure I'm familiar with that one. Man, this section's rough. Didackle, thank you so much for the €5 super chat there. Extending the channel lifetime by 1 beer. Dan, Jack Lemon's tombstone just says Jack Lemon in ... That's a good one. That is actually a good one. And Flex, thank you so much for the 7-month sub there. Hope you keep it well. But yeah, I guess this whole endeavor speaks to how luck-based a lot of this is. Because I know there's more than a few of you out there that probably have a look around the landscape of this stuff and go, why is that guy successful? And sometimes it's just like, pfft. But I take solace in at least one other turn of phrase. And that turn of phrase is, the harder I work, the luckier I get. All I can do is keep at it. All I can do is keep at it. And hope I don't get magic missiled in the face too many times. Man, how much health have I got here? Like 10? Ah! Save. Save. I might not have Mr. Beast money, but at least I'm not Mr. Beast. God, I'm so glad I'm not Mr. Beast. That entire existence, to me, reads like a Faustian pact. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cold, dead eyes. Have you ever done that thing where you cover, like, the mouth of Mr. Beast when he's got one of those thumbnails? Or his eyes? And like, his eyes do not match his smile. And that might be just be a quirk of the way the guy looks, but, you know, it's still very unsettling. Right. Before I hit that button, I know some bullshit's gonna happen with that button. Pardon me. Gonna heed the call of nature. Be right back. Yo! We be back. I don't know, my spider sense is tingling. I think I'm gonna experience pain. A fair amount of quantities. Who here is gonna hold Icarus to that 100k goal? I'll hold myself to that goal, lover. Vors, are you shitting me? Are trials and Vors? In this economy, at 130... Wait a fucking minute. What the fuck? What the fuck? 136 health to 0? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Two Vors! Two!
Boy, that escalated quickly.
You're
that
telling
really
me,
got out
Ron
of hand
Burgundy?
fast.
They take like a shitload to kill as well. Oh my god! They take such an... Oh! I'm mad. I'm actually mad. Fuck this. Alright, I acknowledge that was mostly me, that run. They got splash! They got fucking splash damage! They got fucking splash damage! That's bullshit! Is this the fucking trade-off? Well, at least they're not homing! At least they're not homing! can't see shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Did it crash? No, no. There's more. There's three. There's three. That's three. Oh. Oh. Got lucky. I got lucky! They all started to infight. They all started to infight. Fuck me. That was not nice. That was not nice. Seriously, what map is this? I feel like it's only like the third map. Silent! I'm feeling it. I'm fucking feeling it. Jesus Christ, I really am. Eaters of the Dead. Yeah, that was like the third map, right? I'm only 4 maps in, man. So far, right? This is basically like a full body workout. This one has been an absolute full body workout. I've been clenching muscles I didn't know I had. But if anything, this to me is proof of the notion that you don't need to do a mega WOD. You don't need the full 30-something map layout. You can do something tremendously robust in just 8. Easily. Easily. Is this UV? Yeah, this is UV. But yeah, I've been absolutely getting leathered by these maps. They've been hefty. Funny thing is though, I can't imagine doing this like much else. You know, visiting all of these friggin' maps. The only other games I can kind of think of doing this for is like Bring Quake and Quake 2. Nicolux, thank you for the raid, man. Welcome, welcome. Hope you keep him well. Thanks for choosing my humble shit show. I gotta be honest, raiding is something I need to get the hang of. I'm terrible at figuring out how to get that whole thing working. Go. I think I've been doing a lot of fighting for not a lot of progress. At least at the start of this map. I feel like that's an analog for my entire career so far. A lot of fighting for not a lot of progress. Painkiller. Do you remember how I told you we managed to beat Chillax using realism on Zandronum? Did the same with Octoplug. 800 to 900 minutes on single server, you managed to beat it? No way. No way. Fucking hell, man. How much spare time do you have? Can I have it? Can I have it? I'd love some of that spare time. Oh, no! Ah! Painkiller. You also play with lives that can only be retrieved with getting kills, like 100 kills for one life. So any failure, you run out of lives, you had to start from 0, which happened twice. Oh man, that sounds like an ordeal. It's stuff like this why I play in those, like, relaxed as all hell Arc Raider lobbies. Why are the pinkies behind me? This is why I appreciate the kind of change of pace. I'm the kind of Arc Raider player that gets like those really peaceful, everyone gets along, says, "Hey, how you doing? Don't shoot." We don't even need to say "don't shoot" on the lobbies I play in. You just get, "Hey, how's it going? Heck of an electromagnetic storm we're having, isn't it? Gee shucks, yeah." And then I go raid whatever friggin' equipment I need, and then get killed by robots. But yeah. Don't even need guns in those lobbies. Well, yeah, you do. You need them for the robots. There we go. Save that one. There we go. Some terrible reason I nearly just flung myself off the side of that path. Nibblehead, is this bologna for the Doom Splatter? This is Nash Gore. That's what I'm using for the blood splatter. Nash Gore next. Mean. Mean. Had him. Had him. Had him. Did I complete Quake Brutalist Jam 3? No, I didn't actually. I'm meaning to go back and just mop up the stuff that I've not played, but just not found the opportunity to do it yet. But I'm very happy that I got as much time with it as I did. Because I love Quake Brutalist Jam 3. I love that weapon set that they introduced. I think it's great. I think they've released that as a standalone as well for anyone that wants to develop maps using that weapon set. I think it's called Monolith. There's like another set that keeps popping up. It's called like Copper. I don't know. I'm not as familiar as I'd like to be with the Quake side of things. Right. Jesus Christ, this section is a bastard. Copper is a collection of tweaks to Quake, enemy behavior and such, but it's included in Brutalist. Oh, good to hear. Is it kind of like Supercharge, Doom-wise? Because Supercharge gets used a lot. Icarus Jam 1 Wad Win. I like the sound of that. I do like the sound of that, but I don't think I'm ready to commit to something like that just yet. Me actually tactically retreating? What year is this? What alternate version of Icarus is this? Oh, pardon me. Fudge. Right! I was hoping I could hit them head on, but no. No. The teleporter is that a ways, but why is it not... Why is it not lowering? Bush Copper is more of a minor gameplay and unseen features kind of tool. But in comparison to Supercharge. I'm just trying to center myself. Section took a look at him. Took a look, and took a lot. So, the button! This is fine. This is fine.
My brain is injured.
I know. I got an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's an idea.
I have a brain injury. Ow.
Never mind. I like Archfiles. Oh boy, golly, do I sure love Archfiles. Oh boy, man, I can't get enough of those sons of bitches. Yeah, sure. Vertex, you'll now give me cursed knowledge. YouTube AI bot deleted the This Is Sparta Last Techno remix. They've deleted a history. This is how you know we're living in a dystopia. This is how you know! What am I getting fucking stuck on? Seriously. It's this son of a bitch stalking me! Need a minute. Rev, thank you so much for the sub there. Much appreciated. Could have been worse. Could have been another room full of wars. Naturally. Yeah. Thank you for the 8 months. You son of a bitch! Go to hell! Go to hell! Oh. That actually hurt. It's just the setup is pissing me off so much. There's so many fucking archviles. An unnecessary amount of archviles. They can't go to hell. No, I can send them back to hell. I know they reincarnate in hell and they'll just come back, but I can keep sending them back to hell, and I prefer to send them back to hell in bloody little pieces. Little bite-sized fucking pieces. First try! I'll be honest with you, the bit that pissed me off the most about this was the whole fucking fact that I got offed by a goddamn imp. After getting rid of the archviles, that's what set me off. That's what set me off. More! Fuck is going on? The fuck is going on? No. 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 I refuse. No. No. Why was that goddamn purple? I do like that they got purple armor in this. That's an interesting touch. I'm friggin' tweaking in this map though, man. I'm just absolutely fucking tweaking my way through this. Running on friggin' instinct. Oh! So the plasma rifle is the hell staff. It seems that way. Seems that way. Oh. This map. This map. Oh boy, this friggin' map. This map. Fuck. Not sure I'll get through this one if I'm gonna be honest. Not sure if I'm gonna get through this one. I got about like 10 minutes to try and prove myself on this. Of course. Right, okay. We got a Revenant blockade up top. Understandable, they don't want me to cheese the entire fucking thing. Oh my god, why am I stuck? What am I stuck on? Oh god, I hit the friggin' text button. Don't you cheese me! I'm cheesing enough as it is. No! Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit, I say! And I'll say it again! Bullshit! For those of you out of the loop, those Vors have a ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous amount of death dealing. They might as well be firing LFGs, BFGs out of the coochie. At least they don't have real BFG splash damage yet. Yet. God damn it. God damn it. Yep. Got the sinking feeling that I may not be able to get through. Be right back. Yeah. Running out of time. And this looks like it's gonna be the bottleneck for my session today, so oh well. Oh well. What was my kind of, what was the thing I was kind of shooting for? Like maybe halfway through this map set, going by how hefty that first map was. Good grief. But I'll give this another little college try, and then, you know, if I don't get anywhere, that's fine. Oh, no! That's not the way I wanted it to go. Not with 2 points of health. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm gonna call it. No use dragging this out any more than necessary. It's been a good run. What was that? Shattered Void 4 maps? Oh! So yeah, Crimson Horror, a much tougher endeavor than I expected it to be. Features robust voice-acted audio logs by way of magical scroll. And some downright goddamn cruel combat setups. Couched in quite a lovely looking environment. It's got a really nice visual aesthetic to it, I gotta say. Would recommend if you want pain. If you don't, maybe dial it down ultraviolence to Hurt Me Plenty or lower. Yeah. It's good. But until then, until next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.